Well, hello and welcome to Euphoria. Today we're going to take a look at the large LEGO store in Leicester Square in London, which I visited recently. So we'll have a look around and I'll tell you what we found, including this space brick made of meteorite dust, and I'll give you some of my thoughts on what's going on in the store. The store is in a prime location right in the centre of London on Leicester Square itself. This is LEGO's flagship store in London and is still one of the largest in the world, with a large amount of space, over 2 floors. And with the store's expansion a couple of years ago, it now offers a kind of exhibition or activity space on the first floor. Sometimes there's a long queue to get in, but as this is a Thursday evening, I don't have to wait too long. But once inside, it's very busy, which can make it difficult to get a clear view of some of the items on show. As usual, the shop is showcasing the latest sets, and of course for the July releases, this means the amazing new Lamborghini Countach, which does look amazing from the right angles. The new Bumblebee Transformers set is prominently displayed near the entrance, and the Barad-dûr set is also on display, and it looks very impressive, if also very black and rather expensive. In this larger store, there's some unusual items that you might not find in all stores, such as LEGO jigsaws, a really good selection of LEGO branded merchandise and accessories, LEGO storage heads, and some perhaps more unusual sets. But I did notice that the Leicester minifigure polybag, which was unique to this store, is no longer available. But now let's take a look at some of the things that make this LEGO store unique. Being the main central London store, there are some special display pieces with a London theme. The very large and impressive Big Ben model is still in the window. The London Underground carriage that used to be in the downstairs has now gone, and it's been replaced by a life-sized Aston Martin DB5 car made out of LEGO bricks and a James Bond style supersized minifigure. These are in effect life-size versions of the car in the Speed Champions set, but as this set has now been retired, I should think this featured display piece is due for a replacement. Upstairs there's a sort of video wall based on a set of buildings, with a large build of the front of a London bus, which sort of goes with the London theme of the shop. Also upstairs is quite a large space exhibition section. This has all the current space themed sets, from the City Space sub-theme, the Friends space sets, and the Technic space sets, as well as those special sets such as the Artemis rocket and launch complex. That amazing set has its own special animated display showing the launch of the actual Space Launch System. There are also some interactive displays, although they seem to be mostly promoting LEGO sets. Obviously, quite a lot of investment has gone into this area of the store to promote this year's theme of space exploration, which implies that it may carry on into next year, perhaps with additional tranches of sets, although I see that some of this year's sets are already being discounted by some retailers. Now, also in the space section upstairs is a very special exhibit. You won't believe what's displayed in this special display stand. It's an actual space brick made from a 4.5 billion year old meteorite. This isn't just any brick, it's part of an incredible project by the European Space Agency to try out techniques for constructing launch pads and shelters on the moon using materials found right there. This space brick has been 3D printed into the form of a LEGO brick from a material made from a real 4.5 billion year old meteorite, some dust similar to what might be found on the moon, and a tiny bit of biodegradable plastic derived from natural sources. As you can see, as I look through this magnifying glass, these bricks might look very rough, but they are apparently quite strong and snap together like traditional LEGO bricks, with the same sort of clutch power. The production of these space bricks not only proves the technology, but aims to spark curiosity and demonstrate that creativity and play can lead to scientific innovation. Only 15 space bricks will be exhibited at the LEGO house in Billund, Denmark, and selected LEGO stores, including the London store. So this is one of very few bricks you'll be able to see in the world. This display will be here until September the 20th, so get along in the next couple of months if you want to see one. There's a very interesting article about this on lego.com, and I'll provide a link in the description below to that article. Now back to the LEGO store. Also in the space area, the usual selection of the latest Star Wars sets are of course on display. These range from the mostly unaffordable larger sets in the Collector's series to the new and slightly more affordable smaller scale models introduced more recently. I'm guessing these are designed to allow people to still participate in this franchise at a more affordable level. Some of these newer sets do look rather good, but I do wonder if £60 or £70 for a fairly small static model with limited play value is really good value. I mean, if I wanted a model of the spacecraft, would a plastic model kit be more affordable? On the other hand, the dioramas of key scenes in the stories do seem to have a lot more play value and could be quite appealing to a younger generation of fans. So now let's have a quick look at the other areas of the store. There are themed areas for most of the LEGO themes, with pretty much every current set available, and of course some of the most impressive and interesting sets on display. There's a very good selection of the LEGO Friends sets available, including the LEGO Friends Castle Bed and Breakfast House set, which looks like it has a fun design and some interesting build techniques. And again, for the Harry Potter theme, lots of sets on display and available to buy. The new set about the arrival at the Tri-Wizard tournament looked great. And the Durmstrang ship looks like it would be a really fun build and could perhaps be adapted into a very impressive galleon outside the Harry Potter universe. I was surprised to see that there's a whole section for LEGO sets derived from games, mostly video games, and the Minecraft theme seems to be continuing with no end in sight. Other game themes are the Super Mario theme, Animal Crossing, and the new Sonic theme. I hadn't realised quite how much electronic games had influenced the LEGO product range itself. These sets seem to be tapping into the same sort of loyalty and excitement that fans feel for film franchises by wanting to build and have some sort of physical representation of the gaming worlds that they inhabit online. There are a couple of modular buildings currently available, and I was particularly interested to see this year's modular building, the Natural History Museum. Close up, this set had more interesting details than I had noticed from the pictures of the set. And although I'm not a great fan of the colour scheme, I would love to be able to find room for this set somewhere in my LEGO city. There is the usual builder minifigure bar where you can select parts to make your own minifigs, but there are customization options here that you will only find in the larger LEGO stores. Here they have a minifigure factory where you can customize your own LEGO minifigure to include your own design of torso that will be printed there and then in the store. There's a large pick and build wall here. It looks different here from the traditional one with round windows into white bins, and now has transparent drawers which allows you to see the contents more easily and is a lot more colourful. Lots of parts to choose from here. So, after all that, what did I buy? Nothing. This wasn't the main purpose of my trip to London, and yes, it was just too busy in the shop to enjoy the experience, and anyway, we were going for dinner in Chinatown, so I didn't want to be carrying a load of Lego around with me. So the good news is that means I won't be distracted by shiny new Lego sets, and I can actually get on with the mods, MOCs and other developments for my LEGO city. So look out for more developments coming up. Don't forget to support the channel by hitting that like button and use the bell button to be notified of new videos, and subscribe to the channel to see more about my MOCs, other builds and ideas, and updates on my LEGO city.